Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have this patchwork top over here. As you can see, I'm not done, and I wanted to demonstrate how I achieved this top. So I'll be demonstrating with this yarn. I'll be demonstrating with this yarn, so bear with me. It's just a demonstration on how I achieved this top, and this is the back. So I use three types of yarn. I use three different colors. Sorry, I use color A, color B, and color C. So this is light gray, this is also color A, then color B, and then color C is white. So I exhausted all my color A, so I had to add the color B to it. That's how come I achieve this look, and I hope you like this video. So for this tutorial, I'll be using a 3.5mm crochet hook. You need a darning needle, a tape measure, and let's get right into the video. So I hope you understand how I'm demonstrating, and as I'm demonstrating, I'll give you the exact numbers I used. So this top is very easy and super beginner friendly. So guys, this is a better view of how the top looks like. So and it's a little improvements, but this was solely from my efforts, so I really love how it turned out. Just that I needed it to be tighter at the ends to make it look more nicer and fitting, but this is also okay. Okay, I left down one important detail for this yarn, for this project. Color A was a little lighter than color B in terms of the strand. So I used a 3mm crochet hook to make the color A, and I used a 3.5mm crochet hook to use the color B. But if you are using three different colors and all your yarn strands are the same, you can use the same hook. If they are different, please use the recommended hook size for the project. So I'll be demonstrating with this, as I said earlier. So let's get into the video. So to start, we have to know how our top looks like. So for the back, it's just one big top, which is like this. Sorry about my drawing. So this is how the back looks, very basic. And with the front, we have three divisions. So we have the shoulder part, and the shoulder comes, and then, sorry about my drawing, we have to sketch how you want your patchwork to look. So there's a top, and then we divided the side for color B, and in the middle for the side, sorry, scratch out this part, is for color A, and then the rest was for color B also. So this is how our top is. So we sketch it. So you sketch how you want your top to look like. So I started with, for the back panel, it's very easy. So for the back panel, I started with 70 chains plus 1, and I crocheted till I got to this side, the shoulder part, where it said decreasing. So I will demonstrate how to do that. So I'm going to just make a few chains, and then I'll get back to you. And after I make some number of rows, I'll get back to you on how it turned out. So after you have your number of chains, you chain up an additional one, and you yarn over to make a half double crochet. So to make a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, and pull through all 2 loops. So that's how you make a half double crochet. So I'm going to be making a number of half double crochet rows, and I made, depending on how tall you want your top to be, you can determine the number of rows you want, but I made up to 30 rows before I started decreasing. So I'm going to make about like 3 rows just to demonstrate how to decrease. So go ahead and make your top. So if you want to follow the same measurements I use, or same order in which I did have double crochets for about 30 rows. So I'm meeting when I have a little bit more. Okay, I'm almost done with this. Let me show you how to end your project. We're going to be ending with a chain 1 every time for this entire project. So I'm done, and there's about 15 chains. Chain up 1, turn your work, insert your hook into the first chain, and you make a half double crochet, and you basically repeat this till you have your number of desired rows. So I'm going to make about I'm going to make about 3 more, and I have 5 rows in total, and I'll show you how I decreased, or how you can decrease yours. So guys, I'm back, and I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows. I said I'll make 5 rows, but I decided to make an additional 1 row to it. So I started decreasing. So I started decreasing on row 31. So for row 31, chain 1, turn your work, yarn over, insert your hook into 1 hook, pull through, and you insert your hook into the next hook again, pull through, and you pull through all the 4 loops. Then we are going to half double crochet till we get to the end of the back panel. So guys, this is an intermediate level. If you want a beginner friendly level, I realize this is so not beginner friendly, as I said earlier. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to make a full beginner friendly tutorial on this top. But I feel like it's super easy the way I'm teaching it. If not, let me know. So after at the end of the back panel, we are left with 2 stitches. So you're going to set your hook, pull 2, 2. Make sure you have 3 loops on your hook. Insert your hook into the last hook, pull 2. Into the last space, sorry, you have 4 loops on your hook, and pull 2 all 4 loops. Chain up 1, and I decreased for row 31 to 35. That's 5 times, and I realized that no, the decrease wasn't working too well. So I decided to make my increase. I decided to decrease into 3 spaces instead of 2 spaces. So for row 35, I stopped decreasing like the way I just showed you, and I decrease like this. So after you're done with your 30 rows, decrease like the way I showed you here. Rewind and follow this for row 31 to 34, sorry. And then for 35, you're going to start decreasing like this. So you're going to insert a hook, pull 2. Make sure you have 3 loops on your hook. Insert again, pull through. You have 4 loops. Insert into the 3rd one again, and now we have 5 loops on our hook, and we're going to decrease all of them. So this is how I was decreasing till I got to my arm part. Now, so I decreased like this till I got to row 40. Sorry, I'm mixing it up a little because I'm not doing the full thing. So we are going to be doing that for the end too. So we are going to half double crochet till we have 3 stitches at the end of our row, and I'll show you what to do again. So for this part, I'm not going to repeat them, so go ahead and rewind till you get it, and I'm sure you'll be fine. So we have 3 stitches left, 1 2 3. So insert, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, insert your hook again, pull through, insert your hook into the last stitch. The last stitch always wants to hide, so you have to make sure you get it. Pull through and pull through all 5 loops, and you chain 1 and you continue your work. So after you do this to row 40, you chain up 1, and we are going to half double crochet normally so we get to 50 till we have 50 rows in total. So you have double crochet normally. So the decrease part is just this part, and I'm going to do the arm part. So you have double crochet normally till you have about 50 rows in total. I hope you guys are following me. Sorry if I'm rushing, if I'm not taking my time, but let me know if you want an actual proper tutorial on this, and I'll be glad to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for the love you've been showing me. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. And I know I've been inactive for a while, but I promise you I'll be back and fully active very, very, very soon. So we're going to be doing this. So I'm going to do this and add a last row to it, and I'll show you what to do. So meet me back when you have 50 rows in total. So I'm done. So we are assuming we are done with our top, and instead with our shoulder part. So this is how our top looks like in the mini version. So for the arm parts, I just counted only 5 stitches. So for the back, I did something different for the back panel and something different for the front panel, but it all turned out looking the same. So for the front panel, I decided to count 5 stitches down, and I made half double crochets in those 5 stitches. So in this case, I'm going to make only 2 half double crochets because our top is small. So I made 5 half double crochets down, and I decided to slip stitch into the rest of the spaces till I got to the end and made another 5 half double crochets. And remember, this is a demonstration. For the actual top, we did 5 half double crochets and slip stitch to the before you get to the end and do your other 5 half double crochets. I'm just showing you how it turns out like this. So you have to follow what I'm saying, not what I'm doing per se, but your top will literally look like this. And I realized, no, I wanted the arms to be longer, so if I continue at this rate, so I chained up 2, turn my work, and on those 5 half double crochets, I have 2 half double crochets here, but on the actual top, I had 5 half double crochets. On those half double crochets, I made double crochets to make the arm. So since I have 2 half double crochets here, I'm going to make 2 double crochets on the top, chain up 2 again, turn my work, and make another 2 double crochets. And I did this till I got 5 double crochet rows in total. Chained 1, turned my cut off my yarn, and inserted my hook at the end here, and made 5 double crochets, chain 2, inserted my hook, chain 2, made 5 half double crochets, made 5 double crochets, chain 2, turn my work, and made 5 double crochets just to, and make 5 more rows of double crochets just to have the arm length. So this is what we have for our back panel. So I'm not going to continue the arm. I hope you get what I mean. Just cut off your yarn, insert your hook in here, and you make those, or I should make it. I don't want to really cut off my yarn because I'm just demonstrating. I can really use this yarn for something else. I think I use it for a hair scrunchie for someone requested for it. So after I chain 2, I'm going to make my double crochet in that space, and in the next space I'm going to make my double crochet again, chain up 2 again, and you make 2 double crochets. It's as easy as you see. Just take your time, play the video slowly to understand everything that's going on. So this is our top, so cute. So we're done with the back panel, which is for color A. And for the front panel, where we use color A, B, and C. So remember our earlier sketch. I started with this part. So for this part, I started with the middle actually, but you can start with a half and go here. So as I was crocheting, I was measuring the front panel with the back panel just to make sure everything was in line. So this tutorial is just for demonstration purpose. So that's why I'm talking most of the time rather than showing. So this is my sketchbook and how I did everything. It's a little clumsy. So this is where I wrote my back panel. So for the middle part, started with the middle part, and I hope I don't run out of my demonstration yarn because it's not a lot. I'm going to leave a long line in the long space, and then I chained about 24 plus 1 chains, making it 24 half double crochets in the end. So I have 15 chains. I'm going to chain about only 5. Yeah, I'm going to chain about only 5. So 5 plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1. So I hope what I'm doing works, because it usually does. We're going to insert your hook in here. Make half double crochets like what we did. So I'm going to make half double crochets till I get to my decreasing part, and this part is literally like the front panel, it's just in a smaller part. So this is my 5. See, it covers up to the arm part. So I'm going to do that till I get to the decreasing part, and I'll show you what I did. So I have half of my front panel, and I stopped 2 or 3 rows before I ended the front part for the middle part. Sorry, I didn't get that. I didn't record that, but it just end about 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 3 rows before you end the back panel. That's it. And so for this one, it's a little tricky. I decided to single crochet till I arrived at my last 5 stitches in the proper tops case, and I decided to make that double crochet, and I'll explain why I did that. Let me finish up. I decided to do that because I didn't want to go back down again, so I just go ahead to continue with the hands, and then I make the hands the same way I made it for the back panel. Chain up 2 again, make the same number of rows for the arms, so depending on how you want your arms to be. So this top is solely tutorial, so this is it. So I'm going to make only 2, and when I put it against the top, this is how it looks like. So we're going to go on to the left panel. So the left panel, I realized, honestly, from the start, I didn't plan on how the division went. So initially, my yarn was getting finished. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to just go along, and it came out like that. You can just sketch out how you want your patch top to look like, and you can go ahead and do it however you like. So since I did 5, I'm going to do an additional 5 here. I think it's 1. How many stitches do I have here? I can't tell. So I'm going to do 6. So 6 plus 7 stitches. Then I'll do 3 for this side. So as usual, I'm going to leave some space and then make my side top. So for this project, I'm just using 1 color to just demonstrate. And I'm really praying that you guys really get what I'm doing. So this 7. So for the project, for this back panel, for the actual top, sorry, for the front panel, I changed 24 plus 1 for this part of the top, which is the color A part, and for the color B for the left panel, I changed 26 plus 1. Yeah, that was way more than. So we're going to follow the same order, and we're going to follow our same decrease order. So sorry guys, my demonstration ways are my demonstration is very poor, so you have to rewind and go back to how we decrease. So when you get to 5 stitches, you decrease the normal way, then you add another stitch to the decreasing just to make the decrease go in more. So I'm going to do this off camera, but it's the same way as we did the top for the back panel. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to do 6 rows, decrease 1, just 1, and decrease 1 like in 2 stitches like the normal way, and then you decrease in 3 stitches till you get to your desired length, like what I did over here. So that should be easy to remember, like the way I said. Just take your time and watch your video slowly and understand what I'm doing. Guys, I just made my first decrease, and I forgot to remind you that you're only decreasing on one side only, and not on both sides. So that's what we have. So it decreases on only one side because of the way the top is for the front panel. So this is what I'm having. I'm going to stop here and then crochet. So stopping here is actually in line with this. So as you're doing it, you have to measure and see how your top is going. Sorry that I'm using the same color so you cannot see the difference, but then these two are the same level. So I'm going to start making my hands. So I'm going to make 2 more hands for the, so I'm going to make just double crochet hands. So we are done with the side panel 2. So this is how our top turned out. So then so this is looking a little clumsy, so we're going to make, I didn't calculate it well. I should have made this place 4 so that I could have a space for this part, but this is just demonstration purpose. So I'm going to just chain 2 chains and just decrease till it gets to the side, then I'll stop. So that one, as usual, I'm not going to cut off my yarn because I'm just demonstrating. So I'm just going to chain only 2 and stretch it out so that I can get space to demonstrate how my top is. Now I see where the problem is. I over calculated the side, so I had the top coming this way. That's why it's not a little tight. That's why it's not that tight on me, but it's fine. This is my first time doing a patchwork. So today's video is a little different from my usual videos. I just wanted to show you how I make tops, and this is supposed to give you an idea of how to make your own top, not to follow mine exactly, and just to show you that we all make mistakes when we are making crochet outfits and we are all not perfect. So I chained 3 and I'm going to go back down to have just 2 in total because the space left is not enough for us. Chain 2, go back, and yeah, so that means I just decrease once just to make it look like the ends. That should be very, very, very self-explanatory. But luckily enough, I was able to decrease the normal way till I got to the end here. And I don't think I should be joining with the same color since it's hard to see. So I'll switch up the color because this is for demonstration. It should be clear as possible. So it's coming out. So this is it. So I'm just going to decrease. And sorry, it's not following a normal. Okay, wait, I need to go a little. I need to do an extra row before I decrease because of the space. And yeah, so I'm going to chain up 1 time I work, and that's the only space I have, so just decrease once and for all. Decrease. So this is the top, guys. Sorry, I lost the footage, so I had to redo this. So now it's time to join with our color C. So you're going to join all this part you see, that is color C, which is the white, with a single crochet. It's normally like you're joining your top, but making sure the wrong side faces inside. But this time you're going to make your wrong side face outside, giving it this style. Yes, I'm going to only demonstrate how to join this part, and then you join the 2 tops together. You add single crochets all around the neck and then the armpits, and then you join the sides. Yes, so to join, I'm just going to demonstrate how to do that. You make a slip knot. Take your first 2 pieces and you insert your hook into your slip knot. Then you pull it through. You chain up 1, tighten the knot, and make a single crochet into that same space, and go ahead and make single crochets all the way down. Just take your time and do that, and be careful. So you're just going to be joining every part with a single crochet with your third color, or you can use the same second color depending on what colors you are using. So this is it. You join till you're down, then join these two parts together, then join the sides and the armpits and the neck with every part with a single crochet. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you want an actual proper tutorial on this top, let me know in the comment section down below.